Well, welcome to Metro Sports. Sorry about all the inconvenience, folks. Streaming issues, the internet problems here at West Sioux. I'll clue you in a little bit here as this one in the second quarter, 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, 14-14 on a great comeback by the Falcons as they were down 14-0 and then they answered with two nice touchdowns of their own, and now they're knocking on the door to take the lead. So Wiggins straight up the gut and into the end zone. That's six more for the Falcons, and they take a 20-14 lead with 9:44 to go here. In the first half, I do apologize. We got Ron Pathero, the great Ron Pathero. He ran up here as quick as he could as soon as we were having issues with the internet and implemented some new equipment up into the crow's nest, which is then fed down to us here, and Steve Marino working feverishly over here to try to get us on as we're switching computers and everything else, trying to figure out what we can do for you. We do apologize for the inconveniences, and we'll work on it. His first game here in West Sioux, and sometimes you got to work through the bugs, as everyone well knows. When you start in a new project in a new facility, I should say new facility. We've been up here for about 6-7 years, and of course, Jeff Nahava providing the broadcast booth, the Metro Sports TV broadcast booth right here at West Sioux, and the just the internet issues from coming from the school, I hate to say, but got it going now. Of course, great Ron Pathero, should have called him about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and he would have had this all set up and rolling, but we thought it was the same old, of course. Each year brings another bugaboo. We'll get through it. The Falcons are up 20-14 as they missed that extra point. So, 6-point lead. 9:44 to go. And ready to boot it away is Lopez. Topete. Hard liner. Picked up at the one hop at the 10. Hard up the middle. Got some daylight and then taken down nicely by the Falcons. From the 38, that's where Central Lyon will start with this one. As we saw Copeman's pick one off, and that's how they ended up in that score right there. And Eli Moore has been a big part of the offense so far for the Falcons. Out of the shotgun, and a handoff around the right side. Wiggins on the chase and hit low and taken down by Moore, I believe. Braylon Lopez come up and made that tackle, says Cassie on the PA. So, 2nd 3. Central Lyon trying to get it close to midfield. Keeping it. Off to the right was Jaden Dale, the 6-foot, 175-pounder. Going to leave 3rd and 2 as the Falcons came up and made a nice stop there. Big play here. Wiggins comes out of the game. Entering the game for the Falcons is Tony Soto. To the safety position. Matched up on the spread out here. Lindro Lopez on the speedster for Central Lyon. They'll hand it off up the middle. It's the sophomore. He breaks a tackle across the 50, now the 40, and then out of bounds. And a flag comes in as the tackle came well outside the lines of the field and tossed down hard. Was the outstanding sophomore tailback, Magalet Saddam. So they'll tack on a few more here, another 15. Giving Central Lyon a real nice field position all the way down to the 21-yard line.
15-yard penalty, first down. They move the ball down the 21-yard line. The Lions will have it first and 10.
First and 10. Dale in the shotgun. Saddam next to him. Short motion. A little movement on the line. Falcons helped officials on that. Pointed it out. Back him up.
Dead ball. False start. 75 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
First and 15 now. From the 26. Hitting the backfield. Picking up a couple, though. Was a sophomore. That'll bring up second and 13. A nice tackle. Engelhoven got in there. Austin Van Engelhoven, the senior standout. 6'3", 210. Easily taking Saddam to the ground. On the rollout, pump fake, and then knocked down nicely by Mora. As the young quarterback tried a little sidearm, a little Patrick Mahomes off to the side there. Didn't work this time. Mora got his mid on it. Third and 13. Jason Huygens closest to us here. Wide out on the opposite side. Handing off to Saddam and taken down. Not taken down. Should have been taken down. Good fight by Saddam, and he was able to pick up about 2 yards on it. Had him clear in the backfield for a 5-yard loss, and he somehow slithered out of that one. Good second effort by the sophomore from Central Lyon. Good crowd on hand for Central Lyon. Packed in the bleachers and standing around the outsides. Good crowd on hand here for the Falcons on the home opener. Once again, expecting exciting things here on Friday Night Football at West Sioux. It's a tradition they have built is playoff year after year after year after year. They're looking to get back in it again this year. Field goal attempt coming. 39-yard attempts, got leg enough, hits the upright, and doesn't go right off the upright. And the Falcons will take over. Coach Hoyt going out and doing some chest bumps with the players out on the field, loses his headset. Might have cost the school about $500.
It's understandable because you don't really see that a lot in high school football, more in college, but the doink off of the sidebars.
The old doink.
The doink.
And then you could hear the clink from up here. Yeah. Might have knocked some rust off the old uprights.
I know Rob already said it, but thank you for sticking with us here on our live stream as we're getting all the technological stuff figured out. We should be good to go, but I'm going to go ahead and knock on the nearest plank of wood until we at least reach halftime.
We're looking good. Thanks to Ron Pothero for his efforts. Couldn't do it without him. And you, Steve, I know you're sweating it. It's always so stressful when you're the programmer doing this. Nice cut back and all the way up to midfield, just short of midfield. Wiggins out behind the line, and away he went.
I think that's going to be a big part of West Sioux's game this season. Wiggins, a dual threat quarterback, able to do it with the arm and with the legs. He's got 2 touchdowns already on the season coming into this game, and a big burst there. He's going to cause problems for Central Lyon.
Yeah, he's looking real good on the run tonight, and throwing the ball a couple times. He was, I know after last game, he threw a few picks, and he was a little bit perturbed with himself, according to the coaching staff, and stands to reason. Just wasn't himself last game, and he said he will bounce back. No doubt about it. He's a third-year starter for the Falcons, so he's got a lot of experience. Of course, he's got a lot of experience in his family with his brother being such an outstanding quarterback. That one sails a little high as he tried to come outside to Jurens. Overshot him a little bit.
Yeah,
second and 10 coming up.
Took a step back, kind of had to back step a little bit. His number 54 for Central Lyon was in his face, had to try and get it over the top of him and just sailed his wide receiver there.
Yeah, when you got pressure coming from Jack Kroll, the 6'3", 225-pounder, you're probably going to want to get it off quickly. And that one was a little bit too much mustard on that one for Wiggins. He'll have another opportunity. Second and 10. In motion, Jurens is across the middle, elevating and pulling that down, and a flag on the after the tackle. It might have been a face mask on that. In that same area. Colton Coleman's went up high and pulled it down. About a 4-yard pickup. Calling it against West Sioux. Two guys tackling Coltman's. That's where the flag was thrown. Unaware what we're going to do. They're going to march it off against the Falcons as the White Hats about ready to give us a signal, I do believe. Ineligible. Downfield, ineligible downfield. Somebody went a little bit past Copeman's down there, and it's only 4 yards off the line of scrimmage, though.
Well, that can happen a lot when you've got some of these screen plays where you expect the offensive line to shift off of their blocks in order to get ahead, to get that screen block set. Sometimes you go just a little bit too far as an offensive lineman, especially when the quarterback takes just a little bit too long to set and throw. Seems like that might have happened there.
Yeah, on that one there, as Wiggins was getting pressured again from Kroll from the backside, as he was falling down, he threw it back across his body trying to hit Copeman's up the middle. Overshot him, and Copeman's thought it was going for the deep receiver, who was open down at about the 20, but Wiggins' pass fell plenty short of the 20 at about the 35-yard line, just over Copeman's outstretched arms. And then speaking of Copeman's, shout out to the Copeman's family as everybody's in prayer and thought of Levi Copeman's, outstanding athlete, 4-year player here for the Falcons, on an unfortunate accident here last weekend. Everybody's praying that Levi gets back on his feet, gets back to football games. Want to take a break? Steve Brino says he's got commercials ready for us. We'll take a break. We'll be back with you at Metro Sports TV.
Supplies been a local family-owned ag, chemical, and seed supplier for over 54 years, offering pre- and post-application chemicals, pesticides, insecticides, fungicides, and herbicides. Fortress Supply also provides contracted spraying options by land or by air. Contact Fortress Supply at 800-522-4731, at 800-522-4731, and they're now accepting Corteva cash. Visit them on Cherry Avenue in rural Haywarden or online at fortressagssupply.com. Fortress Supply, where they are outstanding in the field.
Welcome back to Metro Sports TV. 20-14, 5:25 to go here in the first half. And a little comment we're talking about here while we're on break at the commercial. Apologize for the camera being a little shaky. It's in the booth with us right now, as we did have a little camera issue as well, as we're running into all kinds of problems to start the season here at West Sioux. And I can't sit still when I'm broadcasting, so I'm up and down and walking back and forth, and it's probably me who's causing the problem, and I do apologize for that.
It's just as entertaining of a broadcast from inside the booth as you're seeing it on your TV screen. I promise you that, ladies and gentlemen.
Wiggins, the catch and pick, off to the races, and just right at first down on that. Nice play. Coming out of the timeout, Coach Sweesaw. He draws that up nicely and just manufactured perfectly.
Kind of a modified hook and ladder as the offensive lineman Van Engelhoven shifts out there to take the pitch, but a really creative call by Coach Suisa.
Yeah, and Van Engelhoven lowers his shoulder on that outside, and Central Lyon took the blunt of that one. First down, Falcons. Wiggins looking to throw, keeps it himself, cuts back up the middle, spins to his left, and tracked down from behind for no gain, maybe a yard loss. Run down nicely by Logan Koob. I do believe that was unless his jerseys crunched together. I can't tell if it's 6 or 8. It could have been 8. Linebacker Jeff Raymond. $11 yards, second down. Coltman's over here on the right. Keep an eye on him. Wiggins looking that way. Pump fake. Up over the top. Hand fighting down there.
Come on. There we go.
All kinds of flags. Coltman's trying to get a little separation, and he was getting pulled on, so he tried to push off to get his defender off of him. Couldn't even do that, so they're going to call, I would assume, pass interference, if not holding. We get together and talk about it.
Yeah, it just really again, it depends on when the referee deems the contact to be made. That was the interference. If it was before the pass was thrown, then it's going to go holding. It looks like we're going to do pass interference here as the curl and go shook the cornerback, and he had to hang on for dear life just to stay with his man.
So from the 29, the Falcons, first down. They're rolling. In the momentum swung after 14-0, the Falcons have been all momentum so far. Lopez in motion, and Wiggins fouls him. Around the left side, and the ball's on the ground, and Central Lyon picks it up on the fumble. Wiggins had it around that end, and he got popped pretty good. And Zach Drenth recovers the fumble. Central Lyon stymied that nice drive the Falcons had going. 4:19 to go.
In a back-and-forth game that we've had so far offensively, it seems like the last person with the ball is going to be the winner, and that might be the deciding factor right there. We're going to see how West Sioux's defense responds.
First down. Handing it off the sophomore. Around the end, Saddam goes. Cuts back in the middle. Nice little 4-yard pickup.
And that's the sound defense that Coach Suisa is used to, what you're used to seeing here at West Sioux. I know Rob's just talking to Coach Suisa before the game. He was a little disappointed with the performance of his team last week, but that is what you like to see. Swarm to the football, make the tackle. Even if one person misses, the other guy's right there behind him.
Yeah, and the Falcons outsized on the line, but they do fight hard, and their scheme blocking is good on the offensive side, and their defense has been real solid tonight so far. Around that side they go, and they do pick up another 3. It's like 3rd and about a yard.
This right here is where you'd like to see some good penetration by the interior defensive lineman. Get in the backfield, disrupt this kind of option running game that Central Lyon's broken out so far.
Looks like they're going with their heavy package and just going to try and push the pack forward as they're packing all 11 inside.
Be careful for a pitch
Power
here.
eye. Second man gets it, and he'll get the first down. Picked up about 1.5 yards, just what he needed. First down for the Lions.
Central Lyon using their big O-lineman here. They got a couple guys here looking at 240, 250 across their offensive line. That gives you a big advantage here, especially in this single A high school football here we play in Iowa.
Keeping it himself is Dale. The flag comes in late there.
Garrison and Soda on the stop for the Falcons.
Flag came in on the tackle. Let's see what they're going to call this time. Marching it off against the Falcons. Personal foul. Face mask on that one. So, from the 37 now. 38 make it. Move it forward 1, back 2. Dale. Delayed handoff up the middle. And a gain of 2. Maybe 3. Giving him a good spot on that one.
Coltman's on the stop for the Falcons. Gain of 4 to play.
Give him 4 even on that. 2nd and 6. Central Lyon on the move. 1:43 to go here before halftime. If everything works out, we'll have a halftime break.
Well, let's not go that far.
And then we'll give you a little bit of a rundown if we can remember what all happened when we're in scrambling mode trying to get this broadcast on. Snam around the right side. Nice stiff arm, and he pushes across the 30. Or right at the 30, according to this judge.
Down the ball carrier down inside the 20. More on the stop for the Falcons.
Right at the 30, it'll be 3rd and 2, a timeout taken by Central Lyon with 1:11 to go here in the first half. We'll take a 30 with them, a United Sports Academy timeout right here at Metro Sports TV.
Main Street Auto Body and Graphics. Renowned auto body service, among other specialties, including light and heavyweight 24-hour towing, alignments, windshields, and new and used tires. Main Street Auto Body is located at 402 Main Street in Ireton, Iowa. Give them a call at 712-278-2700 for all your auto body service, towing, and tire needs. Proudly serving Siouxland since 2003.
As you watch that commercial, Main Street Auto Body over in Ireton, Iowa. They bring us our Main Street Auto tow of the game. We'll have that before this one's over. And, of course, so far I failed to mention, once you're inside the 20-yard line here at West Sioux, it's the River's Edge Red Zone. Thanks to them as a great sponsor. And you can say we're kind of in disarray so far here. I did get a good call from Jack Borchers before this one, checking to be sure we were going to be on the air so he could turn down the volume so he didn't have to listen to me. 1:11 to go. Saddam breaks it forward. He's still going to be short. About a yard to go for the first. 4th and 1. The clock's moving inside a minute now.
I can imagine Coach Eben on the other side doesn't have to think too much about this one. He's probably going to line up and go for it using that power package that they used earlier in the drive.
Yeah, Cooper Schmidt, that 200-pound fullback is usually the guy I go to, and it looks like they did there. Push the pack, first down, clock stops. 37.5 to go. This would be a big score to tie it up, if not take the lead for Central Lyon here before halftime after all the momentum had gone West Sioux's way.
Yeah, that fumble really turned into a big momentum swing. West Sioux now just kind of hoping to maybe hold him to a field goal attempt, maybe another repeat doink that we had earlier in the game, and keep this at a 6-point lead going into half.
He had enough leg on that kick. It just came a little bit left. So what was that, a 37-yard?
It's about where they were at right now, so somewhere around there. You know, he had the same kind of issues that I have on the golf course sometimes, a case of the hooks, and just went a little too far left.
Appreciate you, man. As The great Ron Pothero stops in and be sure everything's running smoothly thanks to him. This place wouldn't make it without him. Looking to pass, rolling out to his left, dumps it off to Saddam here. Across the 25, now 20, spins out of a couple tackles, down to the 10, and then out of bounds at about the 9-yard line with 28.3 to go. Many after contact yards he does have tonight. He's very slithery. Spins well, keeps his feet and drives. Nice looking running back, just a sophomore.
Yeah, him and Jaden Dale are going to be a dynamic duo for a couple years here for Central Lyon. Those two both sophomores, and they run this option offense well.
Of course, Central Lyon's been a product of cranking out football players last with Letmer and then Vanderzee down there at Iowa doing what he did the first game of the year. Running it, keeping it, drive it, get popped and dropped back inside the 5 at the 4. Timeout Central Lyon, 21.1 to go. That should be their final timeout of the half.
Timeout. Central Lyon, George Little Rock. Their final timeout of the half.
So, some decisions to be made here from the 3-yard line. Bring in your power package first. You go out around the end and see if you can get to the outside and try and stop the clock.
Well, I think if you've learned anything from the Seattle Seahawks in recent history, power package I would go with. I mean,
you go 2 snaps with the power package and probably
I think
in.
21 seconds. You got a couple of attempts at that. I don't think you need to do anything that you haven't already succeeded on this drive. And a couple, short down plays they've set up in that package, and they've easily been able to get 2-3 yards. It seems like it would be a no-brainer here.
So, from the shotgun, Saddam with him in motion. Goes Cooper Smith and shift on the line. Might back him up 5. Going against the Falcons, half the distance to the goal. Moving ahead 18 inches.
Encroachment, number 4 of the defense. Half the distance to the goal. Second down.
18-inch pickup on that play.
Yeah. Big yardage. It's like Westview is just trying to anticipate. They can imagine that in that formation the option was coming.
So there they shifted out. Central Lyon did. Now they've gone to the power package. Coach Sweesaw is going to call a timeout. He's going to change up his defense as they're playing a chess match out here on the gridiron.
Westview. Their final timeout of the half.
Beautiful night here at West Sioux, overlooking the cornfield. Just a beautiful facilities, an outstanding turf field. If you haven't seen it, you haven't been up here, you ought to come up and take a view of the action. Really fine place for 1A football.
Yeah, I would venture to say maybe the field of dreams of small school Iowa football. You could see with the cornfield in the back when the sun's going down on a Friday afternoon and the golden harvest is out there. It's one of the more beautiful sights in the state.
What they should do is have the football team come out of the corner.
That would be not, yeah.
And film that and maybe make a movie.
West Sioux High School media team. Can we get on that?
Yeah, Steve Marino could star.
I don't think they want my face out there. I have a face for radio.
So, the chess match is on. We'll see who can pull this one off. Central Lyon's got 2 opportunities here to punch it in the end zone. The power package in play. The snap, the give to Cooper Smith, and he scores. Touchdown, Central Lyon.
Looks like the Lions got into the end zone.
The outside official gave him a touchdown. And the coaching staff of West Sioux's none too happy about that. looked like he might have been spotted a little bit short.
Yeah, West Sioux definitely played that tough. Call could have gone either way. Unfortunately, we don't have replay.
Extra point up, extra point good, and the Falcons trail by 1 with 16.5 to go here in the first half. We'll take a quick 30. We'll be back right after this.
Special thanks to the Val and Casey Westergaard family, always supporting West Sioux Community School District, and great friends of Metro Sports TV.
A lot happens in Siouxland every day.
KCAU 9 News cuts through the noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens,
And this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News, we are Siouxland proud.
Welcome back once again. 16.5 to go. Kickoff coming. 1 point game. Great game so far tonight. The Falcons have really had a good week of practice apparently after last game. Nobody was too happy about what took place. Flag on the play. Must have been offsides on that. Back them up a little bit. Kick it again. This is last week's game with Boynton Hall, Rock Valley up there. And nothing to shake a stick at when you go up there and play them anyway. But talking to the staff and a couple of players, they just felt that they played one of the worst games they've played in quite some time in all aspects of the game. I don't think anybody was happy with how they played, as each individual player wasn't even happy with himself.
Yeah, well, that goes to show just the culture that's been made here at West Sioux. You know, back-to-back state championships, a lot of success in recent history. The culture has been built here to play football well and to play it a certain way, to the point where even the players are able to recognize when they have a down game. That's great. That shows the ability of this team to recognize, to learn, and to bounce back, and it tells me there's going to be a lot of growth in this team this season.
Plenty of room to grow. Got some young players out there, and a lot of them started playing a lot of varsity football last year as freshmen. You got some real good sophomores out there. Room on the outside. He's got some daylight. He's got blockers. Out across the 40 to 45 and out of bounds.
Julian Wiggins on the return for the Falcons out to midfield. Correction, Blake Wiggins.
Wiggins zip it up the sideline.
See if Coach Sweesaw can come out with something creative here with 8.3 seconds. No timeouts. He's really going to only have time for one play unless he gets out of bounds quickly. Of course, Central Line's probably going to play a bit off, so it might be a good chance. West Sioux throws a lot of screen passes. Maybe something swing out. He's got trip receivers out to the left. That might be where he's looking to go.
Coltman's closest to us here, his favorite receiver. Wiggins looking back to Coltman's, getting pressure, and he'll go down. That'll be the end of the half. The Falcons trail 20-21 on the Borch Supply scoreboard. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with a little halftime report. Waddy's halftime report coming up at West Sioux.
There's nothing like small-town Iowa. There's something about the people, the community, the values. That's why we call Northwest Iowa home. We're here for our community. We're here to build a better tomorrow. We continue to provide personalized service and innovative products to help achieve your financial goals and dreams. At Iowa State Bank, we're your neighbor, your friend, your trusted bank.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events. We work at all the state events. And, you know, you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you. And it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa. It's cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Score big and score often when you bank with Rivers Edge Bank. With their current technology, you can deposit your check anytime with your phone or through their drive-up ATM. They can help you open an account, sign up for bill pay, mobile banking, or advise you of their current equipment loan rates. Check out Rivers Edge on their website, riversedge.bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC. Rivers Edge Bank, a proud West Sioux Falcon supporter on Metro Sports Television, and owners of the Rivers Edge Red Zone. There is no place like home, and if you are in the market for a new home, farm, or commercial property, you need to connect with Century 21 ProLink Realtors, Doug and Dusty Holton. Residential, commercial, and farmland. They do it all. Give them a call. 712-389-6862 or 712-251-5188. Truly changing how real estate is done. Doug and Dusty Holton, Century 21 ProLink. With over 40 years of experience, they will make it happen.
A lot happens in Siouxland every day.
KCAU 9 News cuts through the noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens.
And this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News. We are Siouxland proud.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
Take the ride to Waddy's Bar and Grill. Enjoy delicious burgers, steak tips, wings, and the best pizza around. Get a Chiefs Bloody Mary and make sure to grab a half-gallon to take home. Take the ride to Waddy's Bar and Grill in Hudson, South Dakota.
Welcome back to the Waddy's halftime report here at West Sioux. And again, early on, we apologize if you tuned in and we were having struggles with the internet up here. We didn't have any connection, as the great Ron Pathero told us to do a speed test, and there was absolutely zero upload speed, which makes it real hard to upload any video, Steve.
Tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen him move so fast, though. He'd do in lightning speed, the superhero, the great Ron Pathero, to get us all connected and hooked up here. I'll give him thanks about every 30 seconds, and I'll buy him something from the concession stand here if I get a chance to, because he did a great job getting us connected, so we were able to bring this Falcon football game to you at home.
Yeah, I do appreciate the great Ron Pathero, always involved with us here. It seems like he just came up and he was just running back from Sioux Center as he had to go down there and get a part for downtown to get the game on down there. He had to run back and do that, and we got him scrambling, and of course the internet is what it is, but they've been trying to get fiber out here to the facilities, according to Ron, for quite a while and haven't done it. So maybe we'll push him in that right direction. Of course, Ron Pathero, once again, and that would be Gavin Garrettson's grandpa, and Gavin Garrettson's a good athlete here for West Sioux, so seeing him on the field as well, I'm sure Ron's would like to sit down and watch the game a little bit and watch his grandson play, but we do appreciate him, and we'll make it right with you, Ron. Starting out the scoring, while nobody was able to watch besides those in attendance and ourselves, Saddam went 55 yards for a rushing touchdown with 9:55 to go in the first quarter. And that was followed up by another rushing touchdown, make it 14-0 right out the bat. Central Lyon jumps to the lead. And the Falcons settled in a little bit, started to move the ball, and Eli Mora with a 38-yard pass down to the 5-yard line, and then he catches the next ball for the touchdown from Wiggins to Mora. Makes it 14-7. Then a 45-yard out pass to Copeman's on the catch and run all the way down to the 11, and then they're able to put it in from there, tying it up 14 as Mora catches another one. It's 14-14 there. Falcons rebounded, played some good D, got the ball back, went down on an interception, got it down inside the 20 in the River's Edge red zone. We're able to get it in the end zone on a Wiggins run. Made it 20 as the extra point was missed, made it 20-14, and right before the end of the half, Central Lions able to punch it in on that power game, aided penalties the Falcons put out there, and I guarantee you, Coach Sweesaw will let them know that we can't do that playing a class up like Central Lyon and such a good program they have going over there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's been the difference of the game. We had the fumble by Wiggins earlier, the penalties coming back. This could be a completely different game. We could be looking at a
holding against the Falcons. That'll back them up. 2nd and 12. A nice run by Dylan Cervantes. Gets taken away. Wiggins trying to pick half that up here. Keeps it himself. Out around the outside. Taken down by number 35, Drew Cooperschmidt. 200-pound, 6'1" linebacker shifted nicely across there and wrapped up Wiggins on a no-gainer. Had some momentum going there, did West Sioux on that nice run by Cervantes. Now they're kind of back on their heels.
Welcome everybody back to our Metro Sports TVs. We lost connection yet again, but we just got you back. You didn't miss a whole lot. We just started the third quarter here in West Sioux.
Wiggins looking to throw it. Pressure coming to the outside and going to his knees to make the catch.
Wiggins pass complete to Garrettson.
Garrettson comes back for the ball, but had to go to his knee to make the catch. And he'll bring up a 4th down and about 10 yards to go. About 8 yards to go, I'm sorry. For the first. More than likely. Punter away as the special teams come out. A bounce and a roll. Inside the 25 and out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. They're going to mark it at 25. Special teams there got the low boot on the punt. Got a nice roll, though, and down to the 25. Falcons will try to switch the field and play good D here. Jaden Dale gets the signal. Off to his teammates. Saddam right behind him in the eye set. Up the middle. Stuck. Held on. Whistle blown. Taken down for a 1-yard loss. Mora got in there first. Falcons stuck him that time as he didn't spin out of it.
They got great penetration on that offensive line. Could be the key here to the second half.
2nd and 11. Dropping back to toss. Dale looking for a receiver. Finds one on the outside of Saddam. He can't handle it. He turned to run before he caught the ball. Sometimes happens, as he had some daylight after he caught it. He probably could have picked up a good 6 or 7 yards, but turned away, as we see a lot of young players do, is getting a little bit greedy.
Yeah, just got a little bit too excited there. Turned his eyes, like you said, Rob. Luckily for West Sioux. Let's see if West Sioux can maybe bring a little bit of pressure here. It's the 3rd and 11. Try and get that young quarterback from Central Lyon, Dale, a little bit nervous.
Rolling out to his left.
Here they come.
Cutting back. Defense swallows him up and drops him for a loss, and it'll bring up 4th and 12. Great D stand by the Falcons to start the second half. 8:40 to go here in the 3rd.
You breathe a sigh of relief as a Falcon fan, because it was difficult for either team to really stop each other other than with mistakes. But this good 3 and out by West Sioux could put them in good field position too. The Central Lions deep, but that's a big boot by the punter.
Nice punt, fair catch called. Caught at about the 42-yard line by Blake Wiggins. Good field position to start this drive for the Falcons.
Sioux going ahead and spreading the ball out as they come out in 1st and 10. Wiggins with Cervantes lined up in the pistol formation. 2 out each, spread and Central Line off. Motion is
pitching off and running. Wiggins picks up a first down. Wiggins has come to play tonight.
It's a good natural instincts to run north and south and just make tiny adjustments to allow for the arm tackles to slide right past him. Shades of 2004 Madden Michael Vick.
You could say he's a 3rd-year starter as Wiggins and a lot of experience. Of course, Dylan Wiggins up at Northern State. Outstanding career he had here. He's kind of tutored his younger brother.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a carbon copy. Both boys able to do a lot with their legs as well as through the air.
That time he was driven back hard by Raymond, the sophomore himself. 6 foot 185. But he did come in there by shooting out of that linebacker spot. Wiggins felt that one. He did pick up a yard, about 2 yards. 2nd and 8.
He earned every bit of that 2 yards. Of course, when you look at this D-line of Central Lyon, it's going to be hard to run up the middle when they got guys like number 72, Jalen Stubbe, the senior 6'7", 350 defensive tackle to try and run through. You're going to see a lot of plays like that.
Cuts it back. Spins move. He's coming back left. Getting a nice run out of nothing there is Wiggins. Once again, he did feel the pain of that as he got hit by multiple players. But back up on his feet. A little slow to his feet this time, as there was a collision there between Wiggins and number 22, Weston Frecking. Frecking's going to leave the field, and Wiggins has still been over as they both collided really hard with each other. The play will come in.
Young Blake Wiggins doing his best to earn the toe of the game.
The Main Street Auto toe of the game coming up after this one. A lot of game to go here yet. 3rd and 3 for the Falcons. Inside the 40 at the 39. Lopez in motion. Up the middle, Wiggins goes. Powers ahead and picks up a first down.
Pretty good for the Falcon. First down.
Wiggins putting the entire offense on his back to get that first down. Really, this entire drive. Watch for Coach Suissa to maybe try and coach him to give that ball away a little bit this time, as that outside edge was wide open for number 7, Braylon Lopez, on the handoff. There might be a little something there further down the road. This Central Lyon keeps keying on Blake Wiggins here.
Eli Copeman's comes out of the game there a little bit hobbled. Looked like he's holding his ankle a little bit. Get him back in the game. Wiggins on the pitch to the right side. It's Lopez around the outside, picking up 5. Good run around that outside. On the pitch, though. Flag on the play.
Far sideline seems to think it's against the Falcons.
And they have shot themselves in the foot a little bit tonight when they have been moving the ball.
Well, and offensive holds do happen a lot on those stretch plays and pitches when you try to get the defense moving laterally. It's a lot of area for hands to hang on to.
Little discussion amongst the officials. I don't know if there's a couple flags or just one. Looked like maybe 2 flags on the play.
Eli Copeman comes back into the game for West Sioux. Had a little bit of work with the trainer on the sidelines, and now he's back in. Tough guy like Eli, he wasn't going to stay out of this game for long.
The puzzle's been figured out, and they're going to march it off against the Falcons. And again against the Falcons.
Number 3 of the offense, 10-yard penalty.
10.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 3, West Sioux, his first of the game, 15 yards. Replay first down.
A 25-yard penalty. Ooh.
Goodness gracious.
March it off. It's first and forever for the Falcons. 34 to be exact. Unsportsmanlike penalty. You never know what that entails. So Wiggins. Don't try to get it all back in one shot. Takes the snap, rolls out. Taken down quickly was Copeman's. Chopper got chopped after a couple-yard game.
Yeah, that was the right idea. Blake Wiggins doing the best he could with his eyes to try and move the defense to the near side of the field. It looked like the tacklers there for Central Lyon were keying on. They know Colton Copeman's is one of his favorite targets. And they weren't going to let him get very far.
Well, Mora set the tone early. He might start looking to go back to him. Wiggins keeping it, rolling out. Pressure coming. Throws it downfield, coming back for the football. And a nice grab there by Mora.
Blake Wiggins pass complete. Eli Mora down to the 40.
So that's going to leave about 3rd and 15.
We got to start calling Rob the Schwami. He called Mora's number, and there it was.
Don't bet on it. I just know that when he started out the game, he was
red hot.
They changed up their defense a little bit on him, switched up a player, and they went when they're in their cover 1. When he got open there as he came back to the football, Wiggins goes this side to Copeman's, and Copeman's is hit right away and thrown backwards for the loss.
Tried to do what they did on the first play of this series. Trying to look off the defense. But Central Lyon was in man.
When you're playing cover 1 and all he did was turn and look for the football, Frecking just stayed and waited, and probably a little bit of a misread by Wiggins. Probably would have been the time up the middle to look across the middle, as he had probably had I didn't see it. Should have been someone coming on that slant.
Pooch.
Wiggins on the pooch punt. Hits at the 9 and goes into the end zone. A little more to the outside. Would have been what they wanted. Central Lyon, though, got what they wanted. They stopped the Falcons when they were sitting in pretty good field position to start that drive. Now from the 20, Central Lyon will have it. 2:53 to go here in the third. It's been kind of stymied on both sides.
A little bit of a flip-flop of last half where the offenses couldn't be stopped, and now we've got 3 straight drives that were stopped in a variety of different ways. Hopefully for WestU they can continue that trend, because right now they're still winning the position battle, and if they can clean up a couple mistakes, they may put themselves in position to score if they can get a defensive stop here.
Keeping it himself, Dale falling ahead for a 6-yard gain.
Dale ball carrier.
Jaden Dale doing a great job there of one of the first things they teach you when you start playing football, keep your feet moving, as he kept pushing forward to get a couple extra bonus yards after he was stood up by WestU.
Thanks to Waddy's Bar and Grill, Waddy's Bar and Grill of Hudson, Waddy's other bar and grill downtown Hayward, and also Waddy's Whistle Stop in North Sioux City, and now Waddy's A-Bar over in Alcester, South Dakota. Waddy's our halftime sponsor of every event here at WestSiou. Saddam on the stiff arm to the outside. Saw a little hold there. No call by this official. Coach Sweesaw saw it too and didn't get it. Saddam will get it. A first down for Central Lyon.
It's kind of frustrating when you be getting all these penalties when you're on offense, but then you see a pretty blatant holding penalty there, and that doesn't go your way. However, Saddam, the sophomore, 5'9", 186, plays all of 5'9" and 186. That kid is a powerhouse in the backfield for Central Lyon.
Yeah, he's a really fine football player. He's going to have a really good career. And there he goes again. Bouncing to the outside, spinning, picking up 6. We're just at 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Lions. Next week, Steve Marino, I think you're going to join me, and we'll be up to the lakes at Spirit Lake.
Be a road trip, but we'll try to get out there.
Spirit Lake, and see, up in Sioux Falls, I think we got a doubleheader again next week up there. Check them all out on metrosports.tv. Log on our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. Helps out our broadcast. Dale trying to get to the outside. Run down and taken down. Catching him on the backside was Garrettson.
Leonardo Lopez on the stop of the ball. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
WestSiou needs a stop here.
3 yards to go for a first. Falcons need to sink their teeth in to the Lions.
You see what you did there. There he is.
Copeman's got a hold of him, but he powers ahead, and if they give him momentum, he'll be across first down.
That last move.
Good push on the backside by the lineman. Big number 71, Jacob Downard, the senior offensive tackle. 230, 6'4". Gave him a little shove.
And that really was the difference, as WestSiou had him stood up right at the line of scrimmage. Would have gone either way. Good secondary effort and good push to get the first down. So we got a little bit of a change here as number 74, Colton Ford, steps off the field and will be replaced by Rafael Lopez on the defensive line. Looks like he's hobbling just a little bit. It had a stinger, didn't look too bad. Knock on wood.
1st and 10. Just inside the 45. Central Lyon on the move. It's Saddam.
Gang tackle by WestSiou to stuff him.
Driven back hard there by Rigo Lopez for the Falcons.
We got another Falcon making his way off the field.
Starting to feel a little of those big boys for Central Lyon are starting to put a little bit of wear down on the line
2-minute timeout
of the Falcons. 2-minute timeout for hydration. Get myself something to hydrate on here, and we'll be back at Metro Sports TV right after this commercial break from one of our fine sponsors.
Main Street Auto Body and Graphics. Renowned auto body service among other specialties, including light and heavyweight 24-hour towing, alignments, windshields, and new and used tires. Main Street Auto Body is located at 402 Main Street in Ironton, Iowa. Give them a call at 712-278-2700 for all your auto body service, towing, and tire needs. Proudly serving Siouxland since 2003.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Welcome back to Metro Sports TV. Big thanks to tonight's game sponsor, Borch's Supply of Hayward. And Borch's Supply is family-owned and operated ag chemical supply company with over 60 years of experience in the ag industry. Visit their website, borchesagsupply.com. And a flag. Flag to start the fourth. After 3, 20-21 on the Borchers Supply scoreboard. Of course, shout out to the Raider family. Usually Steve stops up and sees us. Haven't seen him yet tonight. Steve and Sherry like to come up and harass me after the games. That's probably when they'll show up, I'm sure. And Eisma Trucking, a full-service freight hauling company with a fleet of trucks, always looking to add good quality drivers. Get a hold of Kelly or Carrie Eisma, 712-552-7536. You call, they haul at Eisma Trucking. Saddam with the haul, off to the right side. He's got daylight. Around the end to go, and then he met Colton Copeman's, and Copeman's knocked him back to the original line of scrimmage.
Actually, that's number 7, Braylon Lopez, 1 and 7. Pretty close to those reflective numbers.
Was that Lopez who made the hit?
Yep, number 7 on the left side. That was a hit for sure.
He hit like Colton Copeman's does. That's maybe another reason I thought. He's not quite as big as Colton Copeman's.
But he made sure that the running back felt that one.
That was a good pop. Laid out there. Lopez just 5'11", 175. Remind me of a Blake Van Vellegoin hit from years gone by here at West Sioux. Looking to throw it off the middle. Got all kinds of time. Can't find anybody. Coming back in for the ball and can't hold on. Is making contact as the ball made contact. And a great defensive stand there by Lindro Lopez, the sophomore for West Sioux.
Yep, that was coverage pressure, I like to call it. The coverage was so good, it gave the defensive line enough time to put pressure on the quarterback of Central Lyon and forced him to make a play. It was in the right spot, and that wide receiver was in position, but great timing, like you said, to disrupt that and not allow him to get a comfortable catch in and drop for the incompletion. West Sioux needed that.
The punt coming. Dropping to his knees and making the catch was Chopper Coleman's. And that is Lopez. That Brandon Lopez went down on his own. Is just cramping up over there, looks like. They're going to take a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick United Sports Academy timeout right here in the booth. We'll be back right after this.
Since 1995, Eisma Trucking in Hawarden has been doing their part to keep the supply chain moving. With a variety of trailers to haul feed and grain, Eisma Trucking's always ready to serve you. And they always welcome CDL drivers and owner-operators. Give Eisman Trucking a call, 712-552-7536. That's 552-7536 for Eisman Trucking in Haywarden, proud supporters of West Sioux Athletics.
Welcome back to Metro Sports TV.
Looks like Braylon Lopez is getting a cramp worked out on the sideline. That's good to see.
Wiggins will take over from the 20. Just outside the 20 and about the 21. Keep it himself. Up the middle. Stood up and pushed back after a gain of 3.
For those plays, West Sioux, those plays are doing great, setting the tone on the offensive drives. It's going to be key that they can start working off of him, because as soon as Central Line can key on Wiggins, that's when you get Wiggins and Coatmans. They got to find those other weapons, something to pitch, a quick screen, bring that defense of Central Line in and maybe find something over the top, because they are starting to hold the center line, waiting for Wiggins to come up the middle. They'll give him those 2-3 yards. Bend, don't break, and they'll eat up a lot of clock here. As West Sioux, of course, this game has made some mistakes, and I think they're kind of waiting for that to happen again.
Wiggins falling out, rolling to the right, throwing back with his left, and out of bounds. It'll go as he throws it away wisely. As the number 54, Jack Kroll, once again coming down on Wiggins from the backside, along with Jason Huygens. And I think Wiggins has had a lot of conversation with those two tonight.
Yeah, they've been chasing him around in the backfield all night, and Wiggins was just having a quick word with Copeland. I'm assuming he's asking him to come back to the ball a little bit more. Copeland's kind of standing there on around the 30-yard line waiting for the pass. Great job by Wiggins keeping his eyes downfield, looking for that. Copeland's got to come back just a little bit more and help him. He would have made that catch to give him 3 or 4 more yards.
Timeout by West Sioux. They're going to try and get this one, a big play coming up. 3rd and 7 for the Falcons. We'll take another break at Metro Sports TV. We'll be back.
You can score often when you bank with Rivers Edge Bank. With their current technology, you can deposit your check anytime with your phone or through their drive-up ATM. They can help you open an account, sign up for bill pay, mobile banking, or advise you of their current equipment loan rates. Check out Rivers Edge on their website, riversedge.bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC. Rivers Edge Bank, a proud West Sioux Falcon supporter on Metro Sports Television, and owners of the Rivers Edge Red Zone.
We're still waiting to name our Main Street Auto Body Tow of the Game. We'll have that coming up in our post-game, our Baumgart's post-game show. Coming up as we'll have a quick wrap-up after this one's over. Of course, Main Street Auto Body on Main Street in Ireton, Iowa, is a renowned auto body repair shop offering full-service auto body repair, tire sales, and vehicle alignment services, as well as a 24-hour towing service. Tow anything large to small, give them a call. Brian Smith and Richard Seckelberg, Main Street Auto in Ireton. Around the end they go on a nice tow and knocked out on a shoulder tackle. Was Lopez. Came up there and had a meeting with Vanderzee, and it'll bring up 4th and 2. The Falcons have a big decision here as they are on their own 29.
Yeah, obviously on your own 29-yard line, you would think the obvious decision would be punt, but with the way that Central Line's been able to move the line on offense, you're thinking this may be one of maybe 2 chances you have left to score in this game. I think Coach Sweesaw made the good choice. Here comes the pooch.
He pooches it, nobody back. It's at the 40, thinking about it and didn't do it. It'll be down right at the 40-yard line. So, that time, Falcons punt it away, 9:47 to go.
We got Laundry in the back here.
We do the flag on the far side of the field.
They call that against West Sioux, I'm sure. Move them up. They're going to take it where it's at.
Illegal shift on the punting team. Penalties decline. First down, Central Line, Georgia Rock.
Been a number of creative penalties called tonight.
Coach Suisa wants an explanation of what the illegal shift was. Doesn't matter. They'll start at the 40. 20-21. Central Lyon maintaining the lead. 1 point advantage. All scored in the first half. Faking the pitch was Dale. Keeping it himself. The Falcons stack him up and drive him backwards after a gain of 2. Or maybe 3, according to that spot. Boy, that was a dandy of a spot on that one.
It's a generous forward progress call. But the call nonetheless.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, I'm not down there, so maybe he did get that far. Certainly didn't look at it from this angle. 2nd and 7 nonetheless. 9-10 to go here in the contest. Ball's on the ground, and the Falcons recover.
Heads up play, Dylan Cervantes.
Cervantes scoots in. Regio Lopez goes in and makes that pickup, number 4. As we talk about these jerseys and seeing those numbers, Steve.
Well, you know, I didn't bring my glasses or goggles or binoculars or anything I normally use.
I'll let you use my glasses, but that'd really blur your vision.
If we could just get a magnifying glass just across the entire trailer here, that would be great.
We'll hire a couple spotters for us, and then we won't have anybody else to blame. 9:05 to go. The Falcons need to take advantage of the turnover. Lopez in motion. Wiggins keeps it himself. Fouls the outside. Cuts back. He's got daylight in the middle. Spins ahead, and they toss him across the 25, inside the 25. And mark him back to the 26, I should say.
Slippery. If there's one word to describe Blake Wiggins as he's running through the Central Lyon defense, he's just able to make micro adjustments and slide between arm tackles to gain extra yards.
This is where the Falcons need to have determination. Under 9 minutes to go in the contest.
Westview student section's starting to get amped up here. They feel the energy. They feel the momentum shifting.
Wiggins felt the heat from that one. Raymond hits him again from that linebacker spot. He shot right in there and laid the shoulder to Wiggins, and feeling that one once again was the junior. Pickup of about 3. 2nd and 7. Knocking on the door of the River's Edge red zone, the Falcons trying to get in field goal range to get the lead. Wiggins looking to throw it over the top. He's got Koopmans. He catches it. Out of bounds. He goes. Chopper picks up the first down. Looks right at the flag on the play.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
2 steps forward and 4 steps back all night long on the Falcons.
We might have another one.
Coach Suisa
getting a little animated.
None too happy about that. I'm sure that's going to want to look at that on film. Of course, you can watch. You can watch this replay on metrosports.tv, SiouxlandProud.com. Thanks to Anthony Mitchell and the great work that Siouxland Proud does. And, of course, our replays are brought to you by SiouxlandProud.com and KCAU. And with the issues we've had with our internet service, we've decided that we're not going to plug a bunch of replays just because we don't want to take the opportunity of knocking us off air for the 16th time tonight. Wiggins looking to throw it. Going up and high. Coltman's is there. Contact. Touchdown. Coltman's. No flags on the play. Can you believe it or not?
I was about to say, Colton Coltman's was being mugged in the end zone the entire time. Went up and caught it around the helmet of the defender on him. Came down with it. Heck of a play. Colton Coltman's for the West Sioux score.
And no flag was thrown on that at all. As Coach Sweetsaw runs to the north end of the field as they're headed south into the end zone.
Good on the West Sioux Falcons right now with a 26-21 lead because, I mean, they've been playing 15-on-11 this game, it feels like.
Going for 2 in the 7-point lead. Wiggins on the shift.
Sorry, 16-on-11.
Goes high. Looks to throw. Gets pressured. Keeps his balance. Flag on the play. Wide open and just overthrown. Well, there's 2 now because there's 1 inside the 5, as we hear Cassie say about the 12. There's 1 inside the 5.
If you're West Sioux, of course, you're holding your breath. Every
flag.
time there's yellow on the field.
There's only been 1 penalty tonight against Central Lyon. They've played a real clean game.
One would say, yeah.
Face mask against the defense.
Personal foul, face mask against the Lions.
And an ineligible man downfield against the Falcons. So try it again. I always wonder about that, ineligible downfield when you're on the 2-yard line.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of downfield to be ineligible on. But, I mean, again, it's a common call for any time a play is extended.
So, timeout West Sioux.
They really would like to get these 2 points. We go up 7.
Timeout, West Sioux. They're 2nd in the half.
So they'll take a timeout. We'll might as well stay right here for this one as we're waiting for the extra point. The Falcons lead 26-21 on the Border Supply scoreboard on what a pass from Wiggins to Chopper in the corner. And Chopper, like I say, being mauled by the defense.
Just an outstanding athletic effort by Chopper Coatman to come down with that catch. Just outstanding.
Should be quite a play call here by Coach Sweetsaw and the staff at West Sioux. And
right, Kevin, I mean, what are you? I mean, you got to draw something up. You want to think it's good. You've had success with Wiggins running the ball. You haven't had a whole lot of success trying to get Chopper Coatman's on screens. What do you? You've had success throwing to Mora, but you're in short field, and he likes to kind of get out and stretch the field a little bit. The interior defensive line of Central Lyon is pretty strong. Want to try and maybe get something to the outside.
You got Lopez in the back. Hand it off to him, power up the middle, and he doesn't quite get in.
The 2-point trials, no good.
26-21. The Falcons
26, Central Lyon 21.
up by 5. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Take the ride to Waddy's Bar and Grill. Enjoy delicious burgers, steak tips, wings, and the best pizza around. Get a Chief's Bloody Mary and make sure to grab a half-gallon to take home. Take the ride to Waddy's Bar and Grill in Hudson, South Dakota.
Baumgars. Baumgars has what you need when you need it. Baumgars is a family-owned and operated supplier since 1944, covering 15 states: Iowa, Colorado, Idaho, Nebraska, Minnesota, South Dakota, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, and Wyoming. From the Midwest to the Rockies, Baumgars has an excellent reputation throughout the region for high-quality merchandise, first-rate service, and competitive prices on products chosen for reliability and value. Visit a Baumgars near you in Hayward, Orange City, Sioux Center, Lamar's, Sioux City, and many other locations, having what you need when you need it. It's promised they keep year-round at Baumgars as the flags fly on the squib kick. Probably back the Falcons up and kick again.
Start of the kick, offsides, kicking team. 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
The Falcons have played a really, really good football game outside of the penalties.
Right, well, these are uncharacteristic penalties for a West Sioux team that's normally so disciplined. So you got to imagine, one, Coach Suisa is not happy, which
This is
understandable, and he'll coach that out of them. And two, at what point is it not quite their fault? I know we try to not judge the referees too much, but some of this stuff seems to be overly subjective.
Picking it up off the turf and out of bounds across the 45 as he picked that up and had nowhere to go and somehow was able to find some daylight and get up the sideline was Egan Pedersen, another sophomore player for Central Lyon. Man, they're really going to have a program with the size they have and a lot of youth coming.
Yep, 2 straight trips to a state championship, 1 victory, 1 near victory, 1 year to reload. I would imagine within a year or two they're going to be right back at it, sniffing for a third in 4 years. This is a good team in Central Lyon.
So the handoff. The crowd's getting fired up as Coach Grant Van Beek wandering through the stands trying to get everybody fired up. Let's go D, they say here at West Sioux.
It's a great play by number 71 and 74, Colton Ford, Rafael Lopez, right up the middle. They tried to challenge him. He just got stuffed.
.650 to go. 2nd and 10. Dale on the pitch to Saddam around the outside. Pushed out right at the sticks as the Falcons ran him out of bounds. Not sure he picked up 2 there.
No, this is the defense we're used to seeing here at West Sioux. Great job staying home. Going to give a shout out to number 2, Dylan Cervantes there. He stuck with his blocker and forced the running back for Central Lyon to bounce to the outside. Made him run out of room, and it was cleaned up by Colton Copeman. Great play.
The Falcons are trying to force Central Lyon into putting the ball in the air. Man-to-man, they're playing to cover 1. Dale in the backfield. Keeps it. Looks around the left side. Goes right. Powers ahead for a 9-yard gain.
Going to depend on the spot.
Brought down the game by Colgins, but it looks like it's close to a first down.
Looking for a hand call. He gave it to him.
Gave him a first down. The official turned around and looked to see where the sticks were.
That's hard to not call for a measurement there. That was right on the line. Well, do it again, boys.
They had a nice job, and somehow he was able to looked him off to the left and went right. Saddam up the middle. He's got daylight. Power running inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. The Falcons are on their heels a bit.
For the Falcons, but it's another Lion first down.
Starting to wear down this big line for Central Lyon, starting to wear down a little bit on the Falcons. Saddam and Dale in the backfield. Dale hands it off to Saddam. Powers ahead. 2-yard gain.
Ball carried down to 25.
Taken down that time by Downard. No, he's not.
Rafael Lopez.
Lopez, I'm sorry. Downard's number 71 on the other team. Get my teams mixed up now.
Well, you know, with the rush, we had to set this broadcast up a little bit with our technological issues. We've got papers thrown around everywhere. We're looking at different lists. If you're in here, you would understand. We're doing our best.
And at my age, I'm past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Second and 8.
You can go get you a Coke from the stand if you need it. Great concessions here at West Sioux.
Straight ahead running this time by Dale. Stop this time by the Falcons. Copeman's got a hold of him there, and Mora piled on there.
Really?
That spot there,
wow,
way, way up there.
That's good 2 yards. Because off the rebound of the initial tackle, he regained his composure, so that forward progress shouldn't be there. It should be back at about the 25.
Generous spot for the Lions. Saddam slips. It's taken down to the 20. It'll bring up 4th and a long 3. It looks like 4 yards. They backed that spot up a little bit.
There we go. Now we're back about 4th and 4, 4th and 5.
It's a long 4. Looks like they're going to go for it. 3:40 to go. Could be the ball game for Central Lyon.
This could be.
Low snap.
Tried to
On
kick
the
it
out
out.
slant. Taken down. Gave him a spot.
Got him. Yep.
Pass is complete.
Although our near judge here's got him right on the line.
You got him plenty short over here.
This might be a measurement. On a 4th down call like this, you got to measure it.
You don't see where his knee went down.
You got to measure this. This could be the game. You got to measure it. Yep.
That is, if he gets it, it's by the nose of the football. You'll have to watch this one on demand to see where that spot was as he slipped as he went around that corner and got hit immediately.
They gave it to him.
Lions first down by inches.
.328 to go on a gutsy call for Central Lyon there, because he could have incomplete pass on that
easily
and not got to the first down. The Falcons, with a couple first downs, get eaten up the clock. Now it's the other way. The Falcons got to stop them inside the 20. At the 18-yard line. Saddam trying to bounce. Falcons coming hard. Stack them up and take them down. Chopper Copeman's gets him first.
Good job by Gavin Garrettson coming on the backside there to clean up as well.
Losing a yard.
Keep them behind the sticks. West
Second
Sioux can
11.
do that. They just got to wait for some trickeration on those long 3rd downs, because that's the way it's been. This entire drive, it's been 2 short runs or backwards plays, and then on that 3rd down, they've just been, or 4th down, they've been lucky enough to just get enough for a first. Here's a pass.
The pass is across the top. He's open and defensively played finally. Garrettson was able to get his hand in there. As they get him up to keep the clock stopped anyway, you might as well let him get that cramp out. He wants to stay in the game, though.
Coach Eben on the other side was looking for a pass interference call. He came out from the sideline for a little bit and gave a few choice words.
I didn't see any contact there, though. The defender was in front of him.
Great play by Garrettson. He was in front of him. He had his head turned towards the ball. It was textbook coverage. Maybe a little bit of contact, but not nearly enough to force the penalty.
3rd and 11. Keeping it himself. Dale Bouncing.
There's a hold.
Going. Slamming ahead. No flag on that either. And a first down inside the 5-yard line as the Falcons once again made contact with him in the backfield. 2:15 to go. Ball's on the 3. The Falcons have one timeout. And they need a big, strong push right now from the boys up front. They're going to bring that power package in. And they do. Stack in the front.
That's what all that conditioning is for right here, fourth quarter.
Look for Cooper Schmidt to get this. And he does. They stack him up. They're still pushing ahead.
Cooper Schmidt, the ball carrier.
Got it to the 1. Timeout called.
You got to give this Falcon defense credit. They're playing with a lot of heart. We got boys after the play on their knees, breathing, trying to gather some energy. This has been a long drive, a long sustained drive by Central Lyon. West Sioux has answered the bell time and time again, and unfortunately just fallen just short when it came time to hold them. A goal line stand here would be just poetic at this point.
Well, they're giving up on that line. They're giving up 30, 40, 50 pounds across the line, 25 here and there. And they've done an outstanding job tonight. It's been a great football game. It's going to come down whether the Falcons can get a stop here with 1:39 to go on the ball on the 1-yard line. And the power package once again in the game for Central Lyon. All 11 in the box.
Try and push it here. Watch the edges though.
Cooper
Schmidt
Schmidt into the end zone. Central Lyon scores. The Falcons got some work to do. 1:37 to go. Now trailing by 1 on a Borcher Supply scoreboard. A good return on the kick. Couple passes. They got a good kicker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Topete.
Well, he got a flag on the field.
No.
Yep.
Looking back at the Falcons are the officials. They could make a decision here. They may go for 2. Really makes sense to go for 2 anyway. Like Coach Schweisaw was okay with that discussion. Moving it to the 1.5. And they're going for 2 with their power package that they just scored on. The Falcons can get a stop here. There he comes up the middle. They couldn't get him. It's too big, too strong, and too much weight behind that. Pushed it into the end zone. They're up 3, 29-26. The Falcons need a field goal to tie. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the final 139, 137 on the clock now. We'll be back right after this.
Special thanks to the Val and Casey Westergaard family, always supporting West Sioux Community School District, and great friends of Metro Sports TV.
A lot happens in Siouxland every day.
KCAU 9 News cuts through the noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens,
And this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News, We are Siouxland proud.
On the kickoff here, 137 on the Water Supply scoreboard. 26-29, Central Lyon leads. The Falcons not out of it by any means. They got a field goal kicker that can kick it 50. And I've seen West Sioux field goal kickers kick it further than that over there at Elk Point, 56-yarder a couple years back. This one's going to go into the end zone. They're going to
tradition of excellence in kicking here at West Sioux for generations. It seems like just keeps passing it down to the next kicker and the next kicker.
Yeah, it's crazy how good they are, and just keep coming. It's kind of like we talk about the quarterbacks here that they've had over the years. It seems like every time you turn around, there's another one waiting in the wings.
That's how you build a culture. You continue to pass the knowledge, the discipline down to the next group.
So with 137, 1st and 10 from the 20, the Falcons got to go a ways with one timeout. Wiggins looking to get a lot right off the bat. Kicks it out to Copeman's and doesn't pull it in.
Jeez. That might have been okay. There was no way for him to get out of bounds there. The clock would have kept running. They would have had to hurry up. It wasn't going to be a whole lot of yards gained.
No, would have picked up about 4. Probably 3 if the officials would have spotted it like they have been.
Mm-hmm. We've been 2nd and 9.
And so a good decision. It almost looked like he intentionally did that.
We'll say he intentionally did, yeah.
He may have. He's this heady football player. 2nd and 10. Wiggins.
There we go. There we go.
Off to the races at Van Engelhoven and pushed out of bounds across the 45 to the 49-yard line. The Falcons have life.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. This is the second hook and ladder play that West Sioux's run this game, and they fooled Central Lyon twice on that for big gains. Great job by Austin Van Engelhoven handling that pitch.
The pitch.
It's like they've been playing that in the backyard for years.
Van Engelhoven got that pitch from a chest pass from Copeman's to the outside over the top of the defender. That was an outstanding play by both athletes there. The Falcons in business. From the 49, 1st and 10. 1:20 to go. Wiggins steps back. A lot of time. Over the top.
We've got contact.
A lot of contact. No flag. That was a good-looking pass there, trying to hit Mora down there on the outside.
Yep.
Or maybe that was Lopez. I get those two mixed up. Their numbers look so similar on those silver letters outlined in white. Once again, a lot of contact as he got behind the defense. That ball kind of got held up in the wind. Three set to the left, 2 to the right. Wiggins keeps himself up the middle. He's got daylight. He's getting to the outside, going to get out of bounds and stop the clock, and then tackled. Early on, we saw that same thing. Flag thrown, none this time. Of course, West Sioux begging for the flag to be thrown this time. Third and 6.
Gotta imagine this is obviously 4-down territory no matter what you do here. 1:07 left to go in the game.
Probably got to get to about the 30-yard line to feel comfortable. Another 15 yards here would be nice for the Falcons. Wiggins alone in the backfield, steps up, throws it to Copeman's on the outside, and he gets out of bounds, drags his man out of bounds. Picks up a first down.
Just goes along with earlier when he intentionally dropped that pass. Good heady play by Coleman's here, getting the ball and working his way out of bounds, ensuring that on the route he got the first down first and then worked his way back towards the sideline, dragging the defender along with him.
They're taking a timeout on the field. We can take another one here. United Sports Academy timeout at Metro Sports TV.
There is no place like home, and if you are in the market for a new home, farm, or commercial property, you need to connect with Century 21 ProLink Realtors, Doug and Dusty Holton. Residential, commercial, and farmland. They do it all. Give them a call. 712-389-6862 or 712-251-5188. Truly changing how real estate is done. Doug and Dusty Holton, Century 21 ProLink. With over 40 years of experience, they will make it happen.
Century 21 ProLink, Doug and Dustin Holton Realty, with a combined over 40 years of experience selling real estate. Both Doug and Dusty live in Ireton, where they were born and raised. Doug and Dusty Holton, Century 21 ProLink, of course. Thinking about Doug Holton, the Falcons, 1st and 10 from the 38. Wiggins steps up, pressure coming, goes to the outside. He's going to get what he can get, and out of bounds.
Good heads-up play there by Dylan Wiggins.
Picked up a couple.
Sorry, Blake Wiggins. I've said Dylan Wiggins for 2 years. It will not slip up again.
Dylan tunes into these ball games, so shout out to him.
Yeah.
I made the comment, I think it was last year, that I thought that Blake Wiggins may be a little bit faster than Dylan Wiggins, and it seems like start a little family grief there. I think they're having races now every time Dylan Wiggins comes back and they get out here on the football field and run the 100.
Look what you did.
2nd and a long 9. Wiggins, pressure on the outside, steps up. He's got a man over the top and just overthrew him out of bounds. He had him open on the outside.
Braylon Lopez. Just a little too much juice to the outside by Wiggins. He was right there.
That'll bring up 3rd down as Central Lyon breathed a sigh of relief there because he was open at about the 10-yard line. Would have been able to waltz into the end zone. Third down now. The fake and the keep. Over the middle he goes, and he gets across the 30, picks up a 1st down. That'll stop the clock. No sign yet.
Refs
now
are
finally, 3 seconds went off the clock.
Get this play in quickly.
3 seconds went off the clock, and they didn't even. 35 seconds on the snap. Wiggins steps up in the pocket. He's got time. Slings it out of bounds. Nice catch by Garrettson with 28 seconds to go. Second and 4. The Falcons on the move. Just on the outside of the River's Edge red zone. Absolutely. At the 22.
Great thing we were able to get this broadcast going. Exciting game here in Hayward, Iowa. Welcome back, Metro Sports TV.
Next time we come, we got to do this right from the start. We
don't worry.
Sure we got to test.
Right. We'll be here about 10 a.m.
Yeah, test all day.
Yeah, triple test everything. If anyone's got a hot meal for us, we'd accept it after that. We'll make sure we're ready to go.
Steps up in the pocket, rolls out. He's got pressure, rolls out again, cuts ahead. He's going to go down to the middle of the field.
He's got to hurry.
19 seconds to go. Looking to spike it. They want to keep their timeout. 12 seconds, everybody's set. Wiggins steps up, spikes it. 9.6.
Borderline. If you're going to do something, you got to do it quick. That or you got to commit to an end zone play.
I think they're gonna.
With how long it's taken for these routes to develop for West Sioux, with how much time Wiggins is going to need in the pocket, that
they're going to kick this one, try and tie the game up. To tie the game,
Jonathan Flores Topete.
Snap in the hold, the kick, plenty of leg. Up. It's good. The Falcons tie it. 4.1 to go. 29-29 on the Borcher Supply scoreboard. You might not have caught the start of the game, but we're going to get the end. We got extra coming, I think. 4.1 to go. We'll be back after this.
Supplies been a local family-owned ag chemical and seed supplier for over 54 years, offering pre- and post-application chemicals, pesticides, insecticides, fungicides, and herbicides. Borcher Supply also provides contracted spraying options by land or by air. Contact Borcher Supply at 800-522-4731, at 800-522-4731, and they're now accepting Corteva cash. Visit them on Cherry Avenue in rural Haywarden or online at borchersagsupply.com. Borcher Supply, where they are outstanding in the field.
Back here for Falcon football versus the Lions. Friday night, Haywarden, Iowa. Just what you expect in a non-district battle, getting ready for the district. I think next week it starts, doesn't it?
I believe so.
I think West Sioux travels down to Lawton Bronson. They won't see quite the size they see out here tonight.
No, this has been a great early season test for West Sioux. If you going up against this Central Lyon team, I think you want to keep watching West Sioux as soon as they.
Ooh, loose ball there. Luckily, the big fella dove on it.
Was it an attempted squib that just ran right into the front man?
2.9 to go. Not a lot they can do.
Yeah.
You just want to play the prevent defense, but you want to be sure you wrap up on the tackle because these guys are pretty evasive.
You got to figure they're going to try to get Saddam the ball somehow because he's been their most consistent offense.
He's taking a timeout. Central Lyon's going to take their last time out of the game. Regulation. Talk about it. They're probably going to might even try a little old Suisaw play here, the hook and ladder. I've seen that picked up a number of times. West Sioux's done it for years, and a lot of teams have really, really tried to emulate that. I don't know if they're taking it from Coach Suisaw, but it seems like they have.
It's been successful just about every time Coach Suisaw has tried to run it. The big question is, how many people do you drop back? Do you just drop three DBs to about the 15, 20 and let them sit back there and have them just swarm to the ball wherever it goes? You leave everybody else, about the 35 and then start three on the front?
Yeah, the 3-5 is probably what you'd think. I don't know. You want to get pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
He's going to roll out to his right, obviously. That's where he's been rolling all night. Of course, he's dangerous, fleet of foot as well, so you just got to be sure. The Vulcans, they're dropping three. Garrettson going to drop two deep. Just leave Wiggins by himself. Copeland's going to move up now a little bit. Garrettson's going to drop back. Spread offense, pressure coming. Looking to throw it, steps up. Right at the line of scrimmage, he crosses the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go, he's going out of bounds. And that'll be the end of the ball game as far as regulation. Overtime coming here at West Sioux. Free football, they call it. Of course, it's free all night long at metrosports.tv.
Happens in Siouxland every day.
KCAU 9 News cuts through the noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens,
And this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News, we are Siouxland proud.
OT in West Sioux. Exciting game as it's turned into is 29-29, 20-21 at half. Didn't see a lot of scoring, and then all of a sudden here they come.
This has just been an incredible second half here. West Sioux, plagued by penalties, have had a lot of their progress, a lot of their momentum taken from them by the yellow flag. Central Lyon able to push the ball down the field with their power package whenever they needed a few yards. They've been able to be advantageous when it comes to their own penalties. It seemed like West Sioux may have been down and out just a little bit there just because they couldn't get anything to go their way. That last drive, able to push it down, get the field goal to tie this thing up. This has been an incredible ball game, just about everything you've ever wanted to see out of a football game.
Yeah, it's been A lot of good, and like you say, it's a little that undisciplined thing that we're not used to seeing at West Sioux with the penalties. But big play on the old hook and ladder to the outside here as Van Engelhoven had daylight and got all the way across the 45. And then a couple nice plays by the Falcons, got them in field goal range and spiked the ball, saved the timeout, kicked a field goal, tied it up. Comes back to that first missed extra point, though, as the Falcons would have won the game on that field goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it is what it is. We go to overtime. As it flip the coin. See who's going to go who. Been a while since we've had an overtime game here at Metro Sports TV. Of course, we haven't had one yet this year.
I'm trying to refamiliarize myself with the overtime rules here in Iowa high school football.
Yeah.
Seems like.
Won the toss, chose defense first. Central Lyon has chosen to go into the north end zone. Good luck, gentlemen.
Good luck, gentlemen. The official says, more football. As they will go north to south. Falcons going to try and stop them.
The good news, if you're West Sioux here, is that last drive by Central Lyon, you really were able to keep them from playing their brand of offensive football for the most of the drive. They were stopping them in the backfield quite a bit, and now your defense has had time to breathe. Let's see if they can do it here on the 10-yard line.
4 downs to go, 10. Low snap, picking it up is Dale. Around the outside, he's got all kinds of time in a jersey tackle and pulled backwards. By the good hands of Garrettson there as he just got the jersey. He's able to pull him backwards otherwise.
Garrettson Lopez on the stop.
So we got an injured Falcon on the field. Looks like they're going to take a little time on the field. We'll step away. We'll be back right after this.
What's happening at Haywarden Regional Healthcare? Nurse practitioner Amy Waterman has joined the Haywarden Clinic team. She's looking forward to helping you reach your healthcare goals. Our Akron team is committed to serving the community with attention to your total well-being. And our Haywarden Hospital location now owns one of the newest and most accurate CT scanners today. Amazing things are happening at Haywarden Regional Healthcare. Changing and growing with you.
So, second down and 5 yards to go here as they're trying to, looks like they're trying to work on a Falcon. I can't see who it is out there. They're getting him up now, so that's a good thing.
Number 74, Colton Ford, big member of this defensive line.
He's played an outstanding game. Walking gingerly on that right leg. It's either up in the knee or down in the ankle. You kind of get tangled up underneath the pile. So, 2nd and 5.
Second goal now from the 5-yard line for the Lions.
Or goal, I guess is right. It was from the 10, so either way. Now we got flags. No flag. Timeout called by the Falcons.
Falcons timeout.
There's a flag thrown. I just had to say flag as soon as I heard the whistle. It's just become instinct at this point in this game. But if you're West Sioux, you're kind of seeing what Central Lyon's done. Now you got to work with a man who hasn't been playing most of the game. They've worn your defense down. Obviously, a lot of these small schools here, especially West Sioux, a lot of players play both ways. You want to give them as big of a breather as you can because these could be 2-3 of the hardest defensive plays that West Sioux is going to play tonight.
Well, and that's the thing when you compare teams. You're looking at numbers at Central Lyon. Of course, they probably have a few more, not a lot more as far as numbers, but Central Lyon has 5 kids that start both ways. And of course, as you go throughout the game, not as many continual play. They keep running subs, and West Sioux starts 9 both ways. So that's a huge factor late in the game because you start to wear down on the players, and that's why you have, when you do that, you have to be so much better conditioned than the other team. And late in the game, especially giving up all that weight and size that you're giving up, it's a tough matchup.
Yeah. Give West Sioux credit, though. Great turnout for the size of school. A lot of boys come out to play football.
Dale takes it, hands it off, spinning.
Nice. Down about the 3. Goes Central Lyon. They tried to run a power left, just kind of a little ISO play, and it was stuffed by West Sioux. 3rd and 3. You got to imagine Central Lyons is going to either stay in this power package because it's only 3 yards. They've been getting 3 yards with this power package the entire game, or they're going to try and work something off of it. They haven't run anything to the outside off of this whole game. I wouldn't be surprised.
They went to Kramer on that one. It was a little bit smaller than Cooper Schmidt. This time, Cooper Schmidt pushes, powers into the end zone.
Looks like Cooper Schmidt made
what a player. A refrigerator on legs. And I mean that in the best way possible.
He's
just a
strong,
big fullback, strong, powerful, exactly what you want, down by the goal line.
Falcons have their opportunity to answer. Extra point coming. Big extra point. Nothing's a gimme. Low.
He missed that?
Wide.
He missed it.
The Falcons have daylight. They got to score the 6 first. As they get their troops ready to go. 35-29. Falcons got to get it in the end zone first. And then they'll have the opportunity for that extra point to win it that they missed earlier.
If they're able to get in the end zone, you got to feel, West Sioux's advantage for, like I said, generations has been special teams. Their kickers have been great. If you get into the end zone, you got to be feeling pretty good if you're West Sioux. But you got to get the hard part done first.
So Wiggins brings his troops out. By himself in the backfield. 4 downs to get there. Low snap. Keeps it himself. Up the middle he goes. Down to about the 5.
Careful now.
About the same way Central Lyon started.
Yeah, good push by Wiggins. Good keeper. Central Lyon, be careful. There was a little bit of late contact on Wiggins as he went to the ground.
They're going to try and strip that ball away. He made a little extra contact as he went down, but 2nd down and 6.
Tell you what, give West Sioux credit. You look at Central Lyon's defense, their hands are on their knees just as much. West Sioux's a tough, athletic team. They've worn this defense down just as much as vice versa.
The pitch, the fake pitch, keeps it. Tangled up, stopped at the 10.
Wiggins brought down to the backfield for a loss on the play.
Wiggins limping on that as they got him around the ankle and gave him a little extra once he got him down there. So, backing him up to the 9. 9 yards to go. 2 downs to get there.
Crowd is getting into it.
The pressure's going to come. You know that.
Yep, they saw Wiggins limping. You better believe they smell blood in the water.
Twin receivers here, Lopez and Garrettson. Wiggins looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Jump pass. Pulls it back and pulled down to 5. Nasty. Ripping the ball away.
Jeez.
Wiggins is not getting up.
No,
he got
that
pulled
leg
over
bent.
backwards. At the 5. He's going to try and get up. He's going to try and fight through it.
He got bent backwards hard. We're
going to take a break. This is Metro Sports TV. We're in overtime at West Sioux. We'll be back shortly.
Since 1995, Eisma Trucking in Hawarden has been doing their part to keep the supply chain moving. With a variety of trailers to haul feed and grain, Eisma Trucking's always ready to serve you. And they always welcome CDL drivers and owner-operators. Give Eisma Trucking a call, 712-552-7536. That's 552-7536 for Eisma Trucking in Hawarden, proud supporters of West Sioux Athletics.
Still here in West Sioux, overtime. The young quarterbacks out with the trainers. As the crowd has gone silent, nobody wants to see this on either side. One of your star players in a tough fought battle throughout the game, and then to get, he's got bent over backwards on the tackle. So Garrettson doing a little snapping on the sideline here. So he'll be coming in to play quarterback. 4th and goal, game on the line.
You got to give your hats, or give flowers to Blake Wiggins here. He played a heck of a game, probably the strongest game of any Falcon tonight. He's put this team on his back for 4 quarters plus. Right now would be the time for his team to put him on their back and finish this game for him, as we see him get to his feet, aided, but still a great sight to see young Blake Wiggins vertical and making his way to the sideline.
Some scores out there. Spirit Lake 41, Spencer 7 on the final. Lamar's beat Boyden Hall Rock Valley 35-2. Valley took down Johnson. Ankeny takes down Dowling. Hinton 47-7. They rolled tonight at Hinton. Wiggins is coming to the sideline.
Timeout. West Sioux, their final timeout.
West Sioux's going to take a timeout and discuss it with their new quarterback who's coming in, Gavin Garrettson. Solid quarterback himself.
Best believe everybody in that huddle is telling Gavin Garrettson, we got you. This is us.
One play to do it.
One play.
So trainer's working on Wiggins. Hopefully he's get back on his feet for that game next week versus Lawton Bronson. And look to see who Central Lyon had coming up, but I think they're going to have a dandy of a year. They got a fine football program. Losing that 1-pointer to Emmitsburg, and I do believe Emmitsburg is someone to be reckoned with in Class 1A this year. So this is the ball game. 4th and 6. Gavin Garrettson comes into the game. He's been in the game. Steps in as quarterback. The snap. Waiting for the pitch. He pitches it. Going to be a halfback pass. Copeman throws it back. Into the turf it goes, and that'll be the end of the game. Not a lot they could do. Nobody was open. Good defense by Central Lyon, and hats off to them on a hard-fought battle. Great ball game here at West Sioux. Outstanding game. It comes down to an overtime loss, and we'll be back for our Baumgars wrap-up show right after this at Metro Sports TV.
There's nothing like small-town Iowa. There's something about the people, the community, the values. That's why we call Northwest Iowa home. We're here for our community. We're here to build a better tomorrow. We continue to provide personalized service and innovative products to help achieve your financial goals and dreams. At Iowa State Bank, we're your neighbor, your friend, your trusted bank.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events. We work at all the state events. And, you know, you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you. And it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa. It's cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Score big and score often when you bank with Rivers Edge Bank. With their current technology, you can deposit your check anytime with your phone or through their drive-up ATM. They can help you open an account, sign up for bill pay, mobile banking, or advise you of their current equipment loan rates. Check out Rivers Edge on their website, riversedge.bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC. Rivers Edge Bank, a proud West Sioux Falcon supporter on Metro Sports Television, and owners of the Rivers Edge Red Zone. There is no place like home, and if you are in the market for a new home, farm, or commercial property, you need to connect with Century 21 ProLink Realtors, Doug and Dusty Holton. Residential, commercial, and farmland. They do it all. Give them a call. 712-389-6862 or 712-251-5188. Truly changing how real estate is done. Doug and Dusty Holton, Century 21 ProLink. With over 40 years of experience, they will make it happen.
Welcome back to Metro Sports TV. Thanks for joining us tonight in this great game, as it turns out. Sorry about our Wi-Fi and internet troubles to begin to start this one, but we did get you on the air, and you actually got to see extra football and an outstanding game by both teams. West Sioux really came to play. That bounce back that I talked about, Steve, during the Cars Auto Keys to the game was huge tonight.
Absolutely. It's exactly, they answered the call, bounced back from a bad game and played a class up and played them tough for 4+ quarters. And you got to imagine, if it weren't for the injury to Blake Wiggins, this might still be more of a competitive game. Unfortunately, just on the last play, the captain of their team kind of got taken from them. So
yeah, it's one of those deals where you don't want to see a game end that way, and we're hoping, pray that Blake isn't injured too badly. He's going to get it checked out, and hopefully be back next week for that game against Lawton Bronson. Of course, the game started out in scoring as Central Lyon came out and popped West Sioux right in the mouth and scored 2 touchdowns right behind Saddam as he scored a 55, or he didn't score on a 55-yarder. He did score on a 55-yarder, and then turn around on, I think it was a 5-yarder to score the second one, 14-0. But then the Falcons settled down, battled back, and picked it off. Did Copeman's to give it their 3rd touchdown in a 2014 lead, and then Central Lyon answers that 21-14 at half, and we set stale for quite a while, back and forth defensive stymieing each other, and then a couple nice plays, and Falcons were able to take the lead, and Central Lyon answers that call. They get the lead and go in for the 2-point conversion to make it a 3-point game, and then a nice Topete, what was that, a 37-yard field goal that tied the game up, sent it to overtime, and just a little too much line there in overtime by Central Lyon. Of course, the Falcons giving up quite a bit of weight on the line, but you can't give them enough kudos for the heart they put in it tonight, and like you say, the bounce back after getting a pretty good thumping from Boyden Hall, Rock Valley.
Yeah, I can tell you this is probably right now one of the best 1 and 2 teams in the state of Iowa.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to wrap it up quick and get out of here. Thanks to Baumgars for always sponsoring our Baumgars wrap-up show. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Check out our website, metrosports.tv, and our Facebook page, as well as Twitter and Instagram feeds for upcoming game schedule, highlights, and more. We'll be at Spirit Lake next week. Be sure to subscribe and like our YouTube. Big thanks to tonight's producer, engineer, color man, did everything tonight. Steve Marino fought through the internet woes, got us going. Thanks to Caleb Jungers on camera. I am Rob Maynard. From all of us at Metro Sports TV, stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you at the next one.